Welcome back. I'm trying out my new GoPro. This is on a head mount, so I don't know how this is going to work. It's probably going to be all over the place. Progress on this grinder. Where'd it go? This is that 1 Morse taper spindle with the which I'm going to use to drive this grinder. Modified it a bit. It's got a little bit of a drawbar on the end, because being a Morse taper with lateral pressure when it's spinning, it's likely to come out. So that goes in there, a little screw goes in the end, and that locks it in place. But basically I'll put a tooth cog on the end. I'll be trying to use a tooth belt. This cog will go on the drive shaft of the motor. Remember, the motor goes up to about 5,000 revs a minute, so this will give me the opportunity to use higher speed, and that will be able to drive it like that. So we'll see how that works, and that'll be easy enough to mount. Anyway, what I really wanted to show you was an alternative to grinding. I've taken a piece of this high-speed steel. I've got 5/16. In the lathe I've got a piece of this 5/16 and a 5/16 collet and the 5C chuck. I'm using a 5C chuck, collet chuck, because I don't fancy gripping this in a 3-jaw. It's harder than the jaws. If it spins, it's going to damage the jaws, so put it in a chuck. Now, in the lathe tool, I've got 2 types of tip to try out. One of them is diamond, polycrystalline diamond, that's those, and the other is CBN, cubic boron nitride. I've had some good results with cubic boron nitride, and CBN is hard enough to cut high-speed steel. So what I'm going to try and do is turn some high-speed steel. Ordinarily you would grind that if you wanted to reduce the diameter. I'm going to try turning it. So let's give it a go. Switch on the lift. One thing about both CBN and PCD, polycrystalline diamond tips are they're very brittle. I've already broken one diamond tip. You can forget interrupted cuts. The shock is likely to shatter the insert. I'll try tooth out cut. No, it's not having any trouble with tooth out. Wow, the finish looks pretty good. In theory, the PCD tips, the diamond tips, you can turn tungsten carbide. I've not tried that either. Okay, that was 2,000, let's try it. 5,000. That's 5,000. Oh, it's squeaks. So it's cutting it, no problem. Maybe I should make one into a threading tool. Put a thread on a piece of high-speed steel. Well, that is pretty bloody amazing. That finish is perfect. Wow. Well, I'm really impressed with that. Yes, sir. Oh, wrong way. I don't know whether I can do that justice. Tell you what I can do. I'll try and give you a magnified view down here. Hope you can see that. That is a perfect finish. Better than the original ground finish on this 5/16 rod. Yeah, dead impressed by that. What else can I show you? Well, how about a couple of mods which I've done years ago. Something went wrong. Okay, whatever. The tailstock on my Super 7 years ago, not long after I got this lathe, I made this re-settable dial. So ordinarily it's locked. Slight turn, you can set it to whatever, nip it up and it's locked. Now one turn, this is an Imperial machine, one turn on, full turn on this wheel is 0.3 of an inch. So it's indexed from in 2 thou increments. So 0, 0.1, 0.2, 0.3, back to 0. I found this is all I need. I don't need a digital readout. This is perfectly adequate for any use that I've got for the tailstock. Well worth doing. It works with 2 rods with an angled end, chamfered end. One of them goes through that way, the other one goes vertically, and the chamfer on the end, as you turn this thumb screw, pushes it in and it pushes the other rod up, and pushing the other rod up locks it. Second thing, what else? Oh yeah, Depth stop on the mills. This is, wow, this is old. I mean, this is a 50-year-old mod. Come here. Originally this had a threaded rod with two threaded, well, like nuts, lock nuts, and that's how you'd set the depth stop. So you'd screw one up and then screw the other one against it to lock it in place. This one, I made this plain rod with a double-sided collet in there to lock it, so it, whoops, as you turn that, it presses the two halves together against it to lock it. So it doesn't get used much these days. You can easily set it like so. And more recently I did something similar on the main mill. So this one has this fitting which moves up and down. This had the same threaded rod replaced by this. And to set a depth, well, just take a drill. I don't know, any drill will do. Alright, one that actually comes out would be useful. Yeah, I'll just drop this table a bit. I'm gonna have to put a power drive on that. So run that down to your workpiece, just lock it temporarily. Say you wanted to drill, I don't know, 1/2 inch deep. Take an 1/2 inch drill, put it on there, put it up there, lock that, and that's it. That's 1/2 inch depth. I use that a lot. Works really well. Well, that's it for now. Quick video. And I'll catch you next time.